Okay, I'm just gonna start a video in saying that I'm quite nervous to do this because I rarely use my English, so um, this is sort of a new thing to me, I guess. Not even like the video thing, but just speaking in general. So okay, with that out of the way, let's get started. My name is Mansi, and I've been learning Japanese for about 2.5 years, I guess. And I decided to make this channel for two reasons. The first one being that I kind of want to talk about my language learning experiences with everyone else, and also that um, I think it would be a good place to practice my speaking abilities with English, because even though I've been immersing in the language for over 10 years, I guess, I rarely have the opportunities to speak. So I don't know. Anyway, this is just a little introduction video. So I'll talk a little bit about my Japanese history. So I started learning Japanese in the beginning of 2017, and till the end of 2017, um, I used George Tremblay's Japanese video series, Japanese from Zero on YouTube. They have a video series with grammar explanation and things like that. When I did that, there were about 90 videos, 85, something like that. And what I would do is that every day I would watch like about three videos. Each video had, I don't know, 20 to 40 minutes, I guess. And I would watch three videos and try to, answer the questions that he proposed on the in the videos. And also, I'm sorry for the noise. There's a plane going by right now. Gonna wait the plane go. Um, so I did that every day. I would try to answer the questions, and I would watch three videos. And in the next day, I wouldn't like make notes or anything like that. I would just watch, and the next day I'll watch the next three videos. But like most of the days, I would actually rewatch maybe two of the three I watched the day before, and add one more, because I thought like I hadn't absorbed the content very well in the first day. So every day I would repeat videos and watch them again. Let's say I watch 1, 2, 3 today. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch I don't know, 2, 3, and 4, because the video one was already pretty good in my mind. So I did that for about 1 year, but it was very soft, very light study, because like hours wise it wouldn't go past 2 hours a day. I think 2 to 3 hours a day. So it was quite um, just a light study, almost like a hobby at the time. I wasn't really trying to achieve anything. I think I was just looking at it as a hobby. Um, so in the next year, I was looking for a new way to. I'm sorry, there's a truck going by right now. Yeah, my place here is very noisy. So in the next year, I was looking for new ways to learn kanji, because I wasn't very satisfied with what Japanese from Zero suggested. It was very slow. I mean, grammar wise, it was okay, but their method for learning kanji was very. I didn't really like it. So I ended up stumbling upon Matt's why remembering the kanji is the best method to learn kanji video. And I mean, I watched a few other videos of him, and I ended up getting to know about AJAT, but um, at the time I just wanted something new to learn kanji, so I kind of like ignored everything else aside from that video, and I think I started remembering the kanji about January, maybe April, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I started learning kanji with RTK, and eventually, when I was like probably less than 100 kanji in, I I found Matt's 3-hour video, and I think that was when I really got into AJAT at the time, and because everything made sense to me, because I mean I wasn't like I was liking the way I was learning grammar and stuff with JFZ, Japanese from Zero, but um, it was nothing like I did with English. Like, it was very different, because I mean I had English classes in school and stuff, but they were so minimal for my English learning, because I mean, yeah, I did learn a few basics in school, but everything else I acquired through immersion. And actually, growing up, I didn't really realize that that my that I got good in English through immersion. I just thought I was, I don't know, better than. I thought I was special or something, because everyone else wasn't very good at English, but for some reason I was, and I didn't you know, uh, made like I wasn't going hard at English, like grammar wise or anything like that. I was just immersing a lot, but I didn't really realize that was the reason I got good. I was getting good, so I just assumed I was, I don't know, good at languages, something like that. Which wasn't really the case. I was just immersing without even noticing that was the reason I was getting good. So anyway, I saw like how AJAT was very close to what I did with English, and I think I realized, I finally realized what I did with English, because I up until that point I hadn't really realized how I've learned English. And I think that was when when this switch, um, when the key turned. I don't know what's the expression, but anyway, um, so I was very sold to AJAT at that point, and I started RTK more seriously with the AJAT mindset at May, and I finished RTK by the end of the year. I did it quite slowly, but I don't know why, but RTK consumed a lot of my time. Every day I would spend like 3 hours just making cards, and I don't know how people made RTK cards so fast. I mean, I did traditional RTK, but even so, like, I remember seeing people saying that they made new cards in 1 hour, and that was just crazy for me, because it all like, to make, I don't know, 15 new cards, 20 new cards every day, it would take me about 3 hours every day of thinking about the story and everything. So I did 3 hours of RTK, like story making, and about 1 hour of raps, and 2 hours of immersion, about that, something like that every day. And so I did that until the end of the year, and started sentence mining I think in December. And in 2019, like the next year, I anyway, for personal reasons, I ended up not having the same amount of time that I had when doing RTK. And so because of that, I ended up like having to immerse way less than I was immersing before. Um, and on top of that, I just like um, I don't know. I think I just wasn't that motivated in the beginning of the year for some reason. And honestly, the past since January, my immersion wasn't that great, but I made progress. Even though I didn't immerse a lot, I still immersed, even if little. Even if just a little, because I think at least like I would get around 1 hour a day since January till now. At least 1 hour a day of immersion. I know it's very little, but uh, it's what I not. I mean, I really don't have the same amount of time I had, but on top of that, it's just very hard to be motivated with sentences, I guess, because I mean, with RTK, you have a very clear goal, like the end of RTK. But with sentences, even though you have those little goals, like okay, do 2500 and then go monolingual and stuff like that, they are not really clear goals. So it's a little harder to get the same motivation that I had when I was doing RTK. And again, on top of that, like Japanese is not so mysterious anymore. The magic slowly wears off. With the language, because when you begin, the language is exotic and different, that everything new that you learn, you're getting closer to something that you don't even know what it is. It's just something like I'm not really sure how to explain that, but I might get into that in another video. So anyway, for the past 6 to 7 months, I've been immersing way less than I could, and then I wanted to, but I never stopped. So I mean, in the past like 1 to 2 months, my immersion have been getting better, and let's see how it goes from now on. Um, I don't plan on stopping Japanese, but I certainly also don't have the same drive that I had last year with in regards to like getting good as fast as possible. Um, I mean, the faster you get good, the better, but um, it's just not the same that it was before, because now I know so much about the language that it's not so magical anymore for me to learn Japanese. I mean, it's pretty good. I still love Japanese and a lot of stuff relating to Japanese, but um, like the language itself is not as mysterious as it was, you know. But still, I love it. So I'm not gonna stop it. I think I just going to continue doing this, but um, you know, slower, I guess. In the same pace. I've been doing it for the past 2 months. I've been immersing like 2 hours a day, I think, and for the past 2 months, and I think that's a good metric for right now, because on top of that, I also don't have a lot of time. I just don't, for personal reasons, I don't really have that much time to invest in Japanese this specific year. So, as long as I don't stop, I think it's fine. And maybe next year when I have more time, I will go at it in a more quicker pace. let's see. So yeah, that we're getting to 15 minutes already, so I'm gonna end the video here. But I plan on doing other videos talking about random stuff. I'm not really, I'm not really. This is not an update channel. I'm not going to do AJATT and MIA updates about my comprehension, and I mean I might do, but it's not really the main focus of the channel. I just want to honestly just ramble about stuff that's going through my mind related to language learning, because I think it might help people going through similar things. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.